We're gonna brand some calves with a rafter tee. Have a little fun while we're doing it. We're gonna cook some of these, but we're not gonna tell people that they're
calf nuts.
We're gonna thank God for how He's blessed us.
Thank you for muddy ground. Thank you for hard and sweaty work.
At the end of the day, we're gonna rescue a couple calves from drowning.
Oh, you're gonna get wet, aren't you?
So sit back and enjoy the ride. I'm Trinity Vandenaker, and welcome to Life in the West. This year in Montana could be a good year for ranchers or a disaster. Everything a rancher does has risk involved. Some of it's risk of injury or loss. Some of it's financial risk. And today we have the combination of all of those. So the first step to branding is getting the cows gathered into one pasture. First thing needs to be done with cows is you got to separate the calves from the cows. The rancher here is Scott, and he is doing the sorting today. So what I'm doing is standing back and watching and making sure I put pressure when and where it's needed. When you're sorting cows off of calves, you always want to sort the cows off of the calves, not the calves off of the cows. The reason for that is, if you watch this, cows they're more comfortable with their surroundings. They've done this before. They understand that a gate that's open means they can go through it. Where a calf has not been alive very long, they don't really understand like that you can go through these gates. So they'll try to jump through there like following a cow or something, but they don't really get the concept yet. So they'll hold back a little bit while a cow will squirt right past them and go out the gate. It's really interesting to watch. Their bubbles and their comprehension of what's going on is totally different than a cow. So after Scott gets a group of cows sorted off of a group of calves, then I open the gate and let all the calves come into one pen that's completely separate. And you see Scott with this long white stick. They use that as an extension of your arm. So you can only reach like 2 feet with your arm, but with an extension like a stick like this, you can reach out and kind of push a calf off to the side or direct a cow. It's just an extension of your arm.
Tanner. Tanner? Yes, Trinity. Trinity, nice to meet you. Now that the calves are sorted off of the cows, we can push some calves into the pens that are behind the barn here, and then they'll go down an alleyway and come out at the front chute. Good job, That's a ticket. So what kind of records are you going to keep?
Well, we hadn't done this in a long time, but the only records we're really doing is I'm just keeping track of what calves we brand, because we had a lot last year in the fall that I couldn't account for, and I want to know when I'm losing them. If I'm losing them in the spring and not finding them, or if I'm losing them in the summer, or fall or summer pasture or something. So I just wrote down every calf we had this winter. I'm just highlighting them as we brand them, so I know if I'm missing any now.
Right.
Just trying to figure out where they went. The ones I lost last year.
Not everybody can become a rancher in real life, but a lot of people want to, and they want to discover what it means to be a rancher, raise cattle, and take these risks, make money, things like that. So that's why I created Cattle Kings. It's an NFT project built and maintained just by me. So go over to cattlekings.io to find out more.
Yeah.
You've been promoted to bookkeeping.
Yep.
Okay, you have a big job for me,
Yep.
okay?
Yep. So I'm gonna tell you the number. Here, have a seat. I'm gonna tell you the number. So the ranch calves are white tagged, right?
Right. So did you put white so she could...
She knows it. Mom, should these calves be like these are the ranch tagged there? Of Papa and Grandma's.
So Willow,
No.
how OCD is he actually? Because I remember him as
Now.
very OCD
These are Willow and I'll tell you.
as a kid.
And we do well.
Because I see all these numbers. I mean, he's already got these all written down and color coded. And
Sometimes he...
It's very bipolar. Like if
I see.
I'm either a lot, or if I can't do it how I want it, then I just don't care.
This
and
just
I
doesn't matter. I see.
Then it's a mess. It's a terrible, terrible thing. One over there. And Tanner are going.
So you get him with this thing first, right?
No, you can't catch him
You hit them with that, and they'll back up, and then I'll get them.
That was the opposite of the way I was. This is a lesson you always learn. Is you do whatever. That's why I asked. You do whatever the rancher wants to do.
And the key is to just push the route. And then we tip over.
What do you do with your sticks, Scott? You got a stick there?
Clean them up right there.
And with these kind of tables, you still have to kind of hold them a little bit. That guy usually ends up colored
Poopy.
sort of greenish yellow. So
So this is you, Trin. 2 shots. And then that. Harmony. White tag 1339.
can I do them in the same side, or you want them all
No,
on
you
the
can,
side?
and then that one too, and pour out.
I'm sorry. This shot too. So 3 shots.
Yep.
Where's this one go?
Yes.
Where's this one go? Anywhere in
Same thing.
there?
If you can do the other side, that's cool. But if you can't, that's fine too.
And this is it.
This is.
Subcutaneous. Wow.
I know. It's a lot.
Quite a bit.
And then that one you'll do as they leave, so I don't set them on fire.
Got it. Go for it.
And then Art gets asphyxiated all day long because the prevailing wind goes
Because the
up.
wind's going that way, so he should have a good heading.
He loves that we moved this outside. We used to inside, and then I had,
It is better outside though,
and then I
even
couldn't
with
breathe.
the fans.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, it gets so smoky in there.
Oh yeah.
It would
Oh
get,
yeah.
I coughed for days.
Oh
after
man.
branding.
And it gives you such a headache if you have to breathe too much of it. It's
All right, this is it. I'll dump them. Art will let them go. You'll pour him as he runs by you. That's it. That's one. 150 more times.
I gotta figure out how to word it. I'm gonna go over this like that.
And we'll have more help once they get these cows done.
That's the way to make it.
Okay, now Meg, climb the wood.
So when you watch calves lay on a table and bawl and blood everywhere and things like that happen, it looks traumatizing. And it probably is to a certain extent, but it's about like think of it as you go into the dentist. When you lay in the chair, you're traumatized. At least I am. And we pay for that. They get it for free. But out of a calf's life, they probably do something like this, 3 or 4 times in their life, which is, and literally at the most, if you include the time that's separated from the mom, we're talking an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that of their life. On the table itself is, 10, 15, well, I don't know, 5 minutes at the most. So really, it's such a small little part of their life that you're seeing. Most of the time, they're just out grazing, which would not be interesting to show in a video. But the other thing is that we vaccinate them every time when they're on the table. And vaccinations and the mineral we're giving them today are actually vital for their survival. So people really misunderstand the fact of vaccinations and giving them antibiotics and things. We don't, as ranchers, ranchers don't want to give a whole bunch of medications to calves. It's expensive, takes away profit from the end result. So you wouldn't do it unless you had to. The reason we do is because if you don't give them something like that, then you have a bunch of dead calves, which doesn't help anybody out at all. So they suffer and die being sick. So this is why we do this. Now, the castration and the branding, I'll explain in a while.
After we got the first one out of the way, it went pretty smoothly after I figured out where to hang everything and all that.
110.
It's a little like trying to pull yourself up from your bootstraps.
Exactly like
Chilly when he was born.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did I tell you that this used to be Charlie Russell's horse brand?
Really? Cool. Was it on the jaw or the same?
I don't remember. Y'all have to ask Dave all that, didn't you? I don't remember that. Sheena!
Hi, little person.
Come on, little guy. Stage fright again. One thing farmers and ranchers are always doing is fighting the weather. And this year has been awful. Well, last year you didn't get any moisture at all.
Last year was dry.
It was
Last year,
so
the
dry.
grass was heading out in April. Now, the grass against the barn was headed out.
And now it's so cold that it's not really getting started. It got a lot of moisture in the ground. It's April 20 something, 26th, and it's just not starting yet. So hard to, which makes it tough because you got to feed more, lots more feed, which is really expensive. Feed is about $250 a ton right now. So if you figure $250 a ton plus at about 30 pounds per cow a day, I'll have to figure that out. You got to try one of these. Do you like jalapeno cranberry?
I'll try jalapeno. Probably no.
Jalapeno
Too hot for
cranberry.
me.
It's not very hot.
I was going to say, it's not very hot.
No.
I like jalapeno flavor. Thank you.
No, thank you.
You don't want to try jalapeno cranberry one? Dave wants
What
to
do you
try.
got, a piece of licorice?
This is jalapeno cranberry. It's really interesting.
Jerky, huh?
Yeah, kind of.
Thank you.
Wagyu beef jerky. Uh-huh. You should try one. It's not really hot.
No, it's not too bad.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. Ooh, that is good.
It's got a little
Can they
bit.
handle hot stuff? It's not that hot.
Carson, try this.
You want one?
Sure.
Yeah, those are good.
No,
it's
not that.
very Spicy. It's good.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have
That's the packet that's keeping it dry. What do you think?
That's pretty good.
That's good, yeah.
Yeah?
It's almost too sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hey, you want another one?
That's good.
Thanks.
You want to try one?
What are they?
Piece of meat. It's a beef. It's like a piece of beef jerky with cranberries in it.
No, way back at that little square pin.
Yeah. I think the cranberry. You want to try one of these?
The calves can go back with cows.
Oh, yes,
Little
please.
pieces of meat.
It's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's kind of strange flavored, isn't it? So, where do you get a hat like that? You have to make that yourself?
No, I get them custom made down there in Billings.
Yeah.
The Rams.
But that one's had a few. That's got your own character to it, obviously.
Yeah.
You've worn that in a little bit. You can see right here on the side. It's
About every 2 years they get a different one.
Every 2 years?
And then wear a good one.
While they're on the table, we're branding, vaccinating, and castrating. And there's something that comes from castrating calves that we call in the West Rocky Mountain oysters. So what's the secret to cooking these?
Oh, you got a little garlic, little butter, steam them with some beer.
Is this his job to cook the
Yes.
Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah, he needs help though. He can't do it
Absolutely.
by
He's got to have
It's
help.
Carson's
Yeah.
job.
himself. Too, yes. Carson's got his own right now.
You're not going to eat any of these? Nope. You're not a big fan of the Rocky Mountain oysters?
Nope.
No?
No, thank you. Didn't know the source, maybe it'd be a different story.
You know, isn't that the case?
It
I mean,
is.
a lot of times we'll eat something if we know what it is, but if we don't know what it is, it's like
Or if we don't know what it is, I guess.
Vice versa, yeah.
If we do know what it is, sometimes it bothers you just knowing where that come right out of a calf's sack just an hour ago or less. Pretty fresh. Don't get a lot of fresher than that.
When you get in a restaurant, they're cut from yearling bulls.
Oh, they are. You see this?
Oh, I lost you just in time.
It's hot.
For pictures, maybe. I think you better pour some more out of here. Pour some more out on that.
So it doesn't burn.
What do you think, boy? How'd those cook up? Huh?
Done here.
Did you like them?
Yeah, we're done.
No poppers.
You help me.
Did you try one yet?
You have all you want.
P1822. Ha! Beat
You
you.
had those before?
Not like this, no.
Abandoned.
There'll be some left for you. Just
Starving.
What do you think? You like them?
Yeah.
Yeah. You had them before?
Yeah.
Since before she knew what they were.
Yeah, that's right.
That helps.
That's what we were talking about in there.
Yeah.
Did you have one yet?
Yep.
TJ,
big
Mr.
one.
Trinity asked you a question. He said you already have one?
Yeah.
Gonna eat that big one?
Yeah.
Or eat the insides out of it?
I eat the whole thing too.
Should be grass this year, huh? Unless it just cuts off and gets hot.
And you can tell who taught him to eat them.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Because
see.
some people just take the meat, and some people just slurp up the whole
Yeah,
thing.
do the whole thing. Hard to chew it up that way, isn't it?
That would be what his papa taught him.
Yeah. Yeah, he takes the whole thing.
I like all the stuff inside.
Some of it's a little more chewy that way.
It's like a chewy tube.
That's right. But if you can get by the texture, the taste is really pretty good.
2006 orange tag, one of mine.
Yeah.
2006.
Oh, peace and quiet for a second.
I won't put smoke all over in front of you.
Kirby, how many calves do you think you've castrated?
I don't know. Probably 30,000-40,000.
Probably.
1,000 a year for 40 years?
Yeah, probably.
At least some of the guys on the Lewis and Clark journey, they suffered scurvy from vitamin C deficiency.
Yes.
They were eating, some of those guys were eating 10 pounds of lean meat a day.
Yeah.
Buffalo.
We couldn't get enough fat though.
Right.
Oh, Harmony. You made it work.
These are good, I mean, telling you.
Yeah, they are good. Garlic and butter on.
And he puts a little beer in there too.
It's one of mine, 1804.
So these are the ones that are left, right?
Yeah.
We got about, yeah, probably 100 left. Something like that.
And so after these ones that
Daddy.
we have, are we having lunch?
Yeah, we should.
Papa! Can you get lunch, please?
Give me the nod when you're ready. Okay, good.
Yeah. And everything on the ranch usually includes something that dads suggest and moms disapprove of.
There you go.
Here.
That's about it.
So you guys are friends from college or what?
Yeah, we knew each other before then.
Okay.
You know, played basketball against each other and stuff.
Oh, different.
He was for Augusta and I was for Geyser.
I see.
So
Okay.
we knew each other, but we became friends in college.
Yeah. And you said your dad died on the family ranch
Yes.
when you were 2?
Yes.
Got a little bit of grass.
How did that happen?
That tractor tipped over, I guess.
Yeah, let's give thanks, shall we? Kind Father, thanks for the sunshiny day. for the sounds of moms and babies in the background reuniting. Thank you for muddy ground. Thank you for hard and sweaty work and for fun conversations, for good food, sloppy joes and chips. Jesus, thank you most of all for rising from the dead, changing everything. Thank you for the cross, for the grave, for the resurrection, for the ascension. Thank you that all of eternity is changed because of that. Help us to remember and to rejoice most in that this day, we ask. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Don't usually at a branding.
Bun. Here's your bun.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby.
Yeah, we'll see you Friday.
Beginning of next week. Spraying end of the week.
You got any winter wheat in the ground?
Yep. It looks pretty darn good.
All right, so these last few calves that we don't know who they belong to. There's four of the cows.
We got 4 and 4.
4 out of 5
4 out
of the mothers came back. So
It's an
there's
amazing thing.
one more that's over there somewhere that doesn't have a calf that doesn't care.
That's exactly right.
You want to?
We're gonna run these cows up into here, okay? So when you showed up today, I told you about last branding
Yeah,
and the trouble that we had
yeah.
and how we weren't sure what we were going to do about it. So this branding, we gave everything a shot of that vitamin, that E and AD vitamin, right?
Right.
So I just went in the house and looked at my phone, and the preliminary lab results from the autopsy on those calves from last branding said that they were extremely deficient in A and E.
A&E, which is
So,
from.
We,
Yeah.
we
So
rolled
we gave them a shot with that.
We took our best guess and we actually got it right this time. And hopefully this batch will all be a little bit healthier
That's right.
than the last batch. So
Well, they seem to be okay.
that's
Are
a
you-
good deal.
Should we walk through them after this
Yeah,
too?
we will. We'll put these in here.
Yeah. So these are the 5 calves that don't have tags,
We got 4 of them, yeah.
and we have 4 cows. We're gonna see if we can figure out who the calves belong to, so you can put the right tag in their ear. Other side, there you go. You missed that by 4 inches, you're gonna miss it all the way.
We used to have like 3 panels long
I see.
of a wing.
Right.
You know what you had then?
Well, then you have
You
one
just had
good
a
on the other.
longer wing
Yep.
for them to miss the gate.
Yep,
at.
exactly. So this works. So you want to just, what are you going to do? Turn them in here and then
I'm
turn?
just gonna put one in there at a time, and when we figure out which one is which, you'll come
Gotcha.
in, and we'll know who's who. There's one cow.
Let one go in there and we'll see which calf is hers.
You'll know in a second.
Most likely it's one of those first 2.
Katie, no.
That one right there.
That's the one.
Right there.
That's how we do that. That was easy.
She's letting that suck right there, that one baldy. Or if we can sort that one
Amazing
off.
how they know.
Yeah.
I'll go get Tanner
could
and I'll
write
get the
this
iron.
down.
I'll get the. That's a good idea.
We're going to write down.
That's a good idea.
Because that one's that's the lightest baldy.
That's correct.
20.
Very good favor. Yeah. You go get that clipboard and that pen. We'll write these down and then we'll do them all.
Okay, great.
You just hop over the fences and however you gotta go and go get that.
I'll try to hurry.
Yeah, 5 for 5 right there. We found all the moms, the babies that were missing.
It's like they were created to do that or
Yeah.
something.
So this is almost done for today, but it makes the end of a kind of a stressful day very well. Ends it off very well because all these calves that were missing moms paired up nicely, which is very nice to have because sometimes it takes a long time for them to pair up. So to have them pair up nice like that, and then we'll run them through and we'll brand those and we'll be done. Well, and then you still got to feed after that. And turn them back out in the field. Only that.
Let me
Part of the future of ranching
is going to be less about cows and more about selling the ranch experience.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. I think people, not everybody can own a ranch. So there's just not enough land for that to actually be possible. So you have to have the ranch experience has to be part of what you sell. Yeah.
I think there's possibly more money to be made by.
All right. Last one right here. Of the day, though.
I'll let Tanner say it.
Why didn't we start with that one?
Well, I don't know.
That's the one we've been looking for all day.
If any of you have been around branding or anything where you worked cows, somebody's got to say that at the end every time, just so you know.
It's a prerequisite.
It's a prerequisite. It's just the way it has to go. So
Branding can't officially finish until somebody says that.
Exactly. It's not quite done until that happens.
okay, now we're gonna. The last thing is to bring all these cows and calves and everything that we branded and push them back across the creek to a pasture on the other side of the road. So Willow and the kids are driving me around here. He got it.
You get to go home and eat.
The calves really they don't really do much except for like a few days a year they get moved. So this would be this would be their most traumatic day for sure. And then after this, they just get to eat until they go out to summer pasture, and they get moved with their mothers up to summer pasture.
So right now, the little creek is now a big creek, almost a little river, because some of the snow is starting to come out of the mountains, which makes the crossing for the calves a little eventful. They're washing down the creek.
The creek is really high because there's a lot of snow coming out of the mountains.
See if you can get this little one. You will go?
So they're having trouble crossing the creek because he's drinking.
Yeah.
And they, of course, they got swept underneath the fence here by the current over there. So now they've got to get them across, got to shove them over the fence. There you go, shove them through the fence.
Come this way, kind of push him across. Don't let him go by you. You little fart.
Yeah. Sorry.
Come on, get in there.
Oh, you're going to get wet, aren't you?
There you go.
There he goes. He's going to get... Come on, get up. There you go. Get across there. Willow's going to get out there and get soaked. There she got it. Are your shoes a little wet? Whoa, 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 whoa. That is a lively calf right there. That one has a will to live.
Yeah, no kidding. They got swept right underneath the fence. Yeah. That one was pretty wild.
Yeah.
One of them got away.
He almost got away from me, didn't he?
He almost got slippery there.
Yeah.
But the important thing is we got them all.
That's right.
And they're all across.
The important thing is they're across the creek.
And
because it's about like a little river right now.
It is. Yeah, in a week it'll be worse when all that really starts to go.
When it warms up good.
Exactly. But they're safe and on green grass again. Praise God.
So the mountains are just started to melt right now. So it's actually not really started the real runoff yet. There's so much snow up there still. Freezing at night.
Will you shut these? I'll get around the ones going down the road.
Yeah, all the calves are going down the road. So of course a bunch of them missed the gate when they came out. When they came out of this, they missed the gate and went that way. So now they're on the side of the road. So he went down there and is going to chase them back up the fence. And then we'll turn them right in here.
Good job, Harm.
Moving cows is all about knowing what distance you're still putting pressure on the cow. So when they're coming at you like this, you want to back off enough to where they come past that gate before they turn back. If you stand a little too close, they'll turn and stop before they get to the gate. So it's just experience knowing how far that is. And certain cows are different. Some cows, their bubble is way smaller. These ones are coming though. Except for they have to come around the gate here.
There we go. She'll know where to go.
Yeah. No, they're all going to get stuck, I suppose, but
The moms will know what to do.
yeah, the moms will get them.
Come on, little ones. Almost done.
He's watching us.
There you go. I wish I could help. Well,
You are helping.
yeah, you can go in. There's the thing. Yep.
Real slow, Harm. Really slow. Atta girl.
Good job, sweetie. Mark, look behind you, Puck. There you go. Good job.
Got him!
There we go.
Now they can rest.
Yeah, now they get a big break, don't they?
They get a big break. They can
What-
sleep and eat as long as they want.
So what's the next? The next thing for these calves would be in June when they go out to
Yeah.
pasture, right?
They're just gonna eat and relax.
So they got another month and a half before they do anything else. They're just going to sit out there and eat at the moment.
They're so- and that wind is chilly.
Oh yeah, it's probably colder when you're all
Hop
wet.
in there with your kids and Willow and go.
Yeah, go for it.
Take off. Get out of here. Go. We'll walk. It'll warm the water in my boots.
Exactly. You got soaked too.
I did
you
too.
fill your whole boots with
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
it? Yeah, he got soaked too after crossing that.
You go, because I know you gotta get going.
You get that many bodies up against that current.
Thank you. Love you.
Just washes
Yeah.
them away.
Yeah, you just start catching them and stacking them up and then pushing them right underneath the fence. It was kind of interesting to see.
Sometimes you can have your fence too good, you know?
Yeah,
Fence wasn't so good, they just jumped their way back through it.
exactly.
Bound back into the side you need them, but
Yeah, you had to kind of push them underneath. We're done for the day, and you were saying you were glad about
I
that?
said I'm relieved because we lost several last time after branding. They were deficient in some vitamins, and so it's good to get today done because they look better than last time, and it's just a relief.
Yeah, one of the things about ranching all the time is you're always taking everything you do is kind of a risk, and if you lose calves, it's not only that something dies, it's also money down the tubes, and we don't ever like to see them die on the place, because that, unless we're butchering for our own beef or something, but it can be really stressful, can it?
Yeah, it can. See, when you lose a calf, it always comes off the bottom line too. It's, you know, you just take what that was worth right off your profit margin at the end of the year.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
and you work so hard to keep them alive during calving when they're itty bitty. It's disheartening to lose them when they're older.
Yeah, after you have a whole bunch of time and energy and money into them.
They're bigger, you think they're gonna survive.
Thanks, Tanner.
Yeah.
My pleasure.
Love you.
See you soon. Bye, love you.
Bye, love you.
The cattle they're losing in southeast Oregon from the long winter.
Oh, is it from the winter?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go change my clothes.
Okay. They were talking to some rancher, and he was talking about how they were figuring they were going to lose 25% of their calves, and he was getting all teary-eyed when he was talking about it. I can relate to that. I mean,
Well, 25% of your calves is in, you know, in some cases,
Let's say,
virtually
let's say you have 100 or 400 cows. That's
it's 100.
$100,000
Yeah.
minimum
Yeah.
that you just lost. That's a big loss.
But on top of that too, it's just you have so much emotional stuff tied up in them after trying to keep them alive and feeding them and taking care of them through the winter and trying to get them to grass.
Yeah, you really get tied to them, right?
It's hard.
Because you work really hard to help them survive.
Not in the sense like, oh, that was my baby calf.
Right.
I love it. It's just, you know, you're charged with stewarding that, you know, and when you have a lot of death loss, it just kind of kicks your butt for a while.
Yeah,
Just gotta remember.
that's right.
Remember, it's not up to you whether they live or die. That's all you can do.
Well, you can just do whatever you can to keep them alive, and if
Do the best you can.
if they die, they die.
Yep.
Things happen. That's the way life works.
Yeah, for sure.